Good morning. I'm flipped, aren't I? Let me see. I'll change the cameras around. Let's turn this one off. And now turn this one on. Yay! There we go. So I updated the software. It's called Ecamm Live that I use to live stream. And for a while there, I couldn't hear my music, but I think I've got the music on now. So I think you can hear it too. Looks like you can hear my voice. If you can't, just type something in the comments and I'll make sure I've got the comments here where I can see them and I'll look for that. We are going to do a practice today that combines action and inaction. So it's yin and yang. We need a balance of that in our life. So being awake and moving around is yang and being asleep is yin. There's lots of dualistic situations that we could refer to provide some examples of yin and yang. Yang, our action in our yoga practice, is strength and flexibility, stretching, that kind of thing. It's more of an active kind of practice. Yin is stillness. But good, thanks for the thumbs up. Yay! So, in our stillness, we're also, I don't want to say accomplishing, but there are benefits in stillness. And sometimes stillness can be very difficult for a lot of reasons. Physically, it can be hard to be still. And just mentally, once we're still, man, the mind can just start to chatter, that monkey mind. So, whoops, I hope I didn't just turn you off there. Okay. So as you come into stillness, just step back and notice what's going on. Physically, notice what's going on. Be that witness, the sensations in the body, and be the witness of the thoughts. Step back and notice them. Don't be consumed by them. Step back and watch. Meet me on the mat. Meet me on your back. So as you arrive on the back, we'll start in stillness. You decide what shape you take. You decide where to place your hands. And then once you settle in, shift your awareness to your breath. The breath is always a good anchor for the mind. It's also a way to calm the nervous system. And both of those situations help you to embrace the stillness. As you inhale and exhale, know for the next 45 minutes as we move through our practice, when we enter our yin poses, embrace all that is. If you feel fidgety, you feel fidgety. Embrace that. That's what's there for you today. If the mind is chattering and thinking about what's coming next in your day, step back and watch that, but allow the mind to do whatever it wants to do. And maybe you can gently draw it back to the breath. On your next inhale, good morning stretch. So reach in all directions. Now from here, I want you to open the legs wide and bring the arms wide. So you're kind of in a 5-pointed star. My palms are down. As I inhale, I'm going to push and contract all the muscles. So I'm pushing down. My pelvis is kind of lifting. I'm reaching. I'm breathing. And then open your mouth and let it go. Let's do 3 more of those. So inhale, tighten all the muscles, maybe even scrunch up the face. And then as you exhale, let it go. 2 more. moving from action to stillness. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. I'll draw both knees into the chest here. Start to do some circling through the hips. Play with the direction of the hips. You can move those knees in the same direction or opposite directions. Play. Do a little bit of everything. Every little movement you can find here to circle the hips. Now draw the right knee in, extend the left leg out long. We'll open that right knee wide. We kind of started this way on Monday. And this pose is kind of halfway between yin and yang. So we're holding that knee. But then see if you can settle everything else. Feel the sensation of opening in the hip. Draw the knee across the body, take a little twist here, just a nice gentle twist, nothing too exaggerated, just a gentle wakening up kind of spinal twist. Come back to the center. Let's open the knee wide now. Maybe you reach out for your calf and bend and straighten that leg, waking up the hamstrings. And then a good morning stretch. And then draw the left knee in. Keep the right leg active. We're going to open that knee a bit towards the armpit. And I'm using both hands to really deeply flex the knee, drawing the heel towards my pubic bone and then flexing that foot. And then everything else, let it go. See if you can find both yin and yang in this pose. Finding the breath. Draw the knee across the body. Nice gentle beginning of the morning twist. And back to center and then open the knee wide. Maybe you take the calf and help the legs straighten and bend a bit. And then come back to stillness. Just find a place on the mat where you can lay down and let go. So our first yin pose of the day. We're going to hold each of these for 2 minutes at a time. So there'll be movement in between our yin poses. So bringing the yang back. This is our first yin. I want you to bend your knees. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Adjust the hips if you need to. Come into a number 4 with the right leg. So I'm going to take that right ankle past the right thigh and kind of set it up first. And then move into stillness. Got a little timer with me today. We're going to hold this for 2 minutes. And notice where you feel it. See if you can settle into it. See if you can yield to the sensation. This is a gentle hip opener, supported. Just know that as we hold these yin poses, we're working in deeper ways. Our yang is more for muscles. Yin is for tendons and ligaments and muscles as well. There's a reflex in the body called the Golgi tendon reflex. And muscles instinctively tighten as you try to stretch them to protect themselves. As you hold a stretch, 30 seconds or longer, there's a reflex that occurs. The wisdom of the body, the muscles know that they probably ought to yield to the stretch and let go. See if you can sense that yield, that release, that invitation to go a little deeper, just a passive deepening. We got 15 more seconds. Notice the breath. And then unwind. Pause just a second. Notice sensation left and right. And then come into the same shape with the left. So take a breath or two to kind of wiggle into it. And then yield. And holding for 2 minutes. Breathe. Notice physical sensations. Step back and notice the mind, the thoughts, the emotions. Witness and embrace everything. And yield. Check on the jaw. Is it soft? Is your tongue relaxed? Can you release the expression on your face? Let it drip down. The corners of the mouth, the corners of the eyes, forehead softens, yield, let go, yin. Quiet but powerful. Twenty more seconds. And unwind, and let's rock and roll up the spine and come to a seated position. Sukhasana would be good. I'm gonna work on opening the shoulders a bit as you inhale, reach up. An axial extension here. So arms are up, fingertips, fingers spread wide, and we're reaching through the fingertips, and at the same time, reach through the sit bones down into the earth. Drop your shoulders out of your ears. Roll your little fingers towards each other. Reach through the crown of the head and reach through the tailbone. What's going on here? As you exhale, right hand comes down, left arm up and over. Inhale up. Exhale, fold to the left. Let's do 2 more of those each side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So back to a more yang practice. Some movement, action. Now reach up again, a nice axial extension. Axial skeleton is the head, the spine, the ribs, the pelvis. Appendicular skeleton, those are the limbs, your arms and your legs. Now come into goddess pose here. We're going to twist this to the right. I'm going to take my right hand over to my left knee, take the right hand behind me. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist. And unwind, arms up and reach. Axial extension, exhale, goddess. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Let's do 1 more each side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to the knees. Switch the cross of the shins. Now we'll come into cat and cow in a seated position. So as you pull on the knees, let the pelvis tip forward, chest comes forward, elbows bend. Draw the shoulder blades back towards the spine, lift the gaze, smooth back bend up and down the spine. Spread the fingers, push into the knees, and then let the spine reach back into a cat. You can reach forward with the arms, trying to separate those shoulder blades. Let's do 2 more each way. Cat, cow, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Swing your arms up. Come back to goddess. Now straighten the arms out. Keep the palms facing forward. Come into a back bend. Lift the gaze and a little flutter of the arms. Keep breathing. And now bring your arms forward. Cross your right arm over your left. Give yourself a hug. Pause here, drop the shoulders. We'll do cat-cow again. Blocks could be helpful here. So if you have a block, you can bring it in front of you. Oops, I just knocked my block over. Do a couple cat-cow. We'll do cow first, then cat, rounding forward and down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And now see if you can come forward, rounding through the back. And then bring your forehead to the block. And let your arms go. Just let the backs of the hands go. Breathe. I didn't start the timer, so let's just hold this for 8 more breaths. Notice where you're holding tension. See if you can send the breath there, send awareness there, and soften. Feel the sensation of the breath up and down the spine. 3 more breaths for me. Now hug yourself again and see if you can round up. Let the head hang. Let one vertebrae at a time. And then unwind. Open those arms again. Let them hang back. Little flutter. Little action. And come back to goddess arms. And bring those forearms forward. Reach with the elbows. So a little back bend here again. Inhale, open. Little back bend here, and then round the spine here as you bring your forearms forward to touch. Tuck the chin. Inhale, open, and lift the heart. Feel that heart opening. Now bring the arms forward, and we're going to grab opposite elbows and drop the elbows down, and raise the elbows up, and drop down. Now start to circle here. Big circles. Big breath. Reverse the direction. One more. And then bring your arms up to your I Dream of Genie arms. Inhale, open. Little flutter. And just to balance things out, let's hug with the other arm on top. Inhale, lift through the crown of the head, so axial extension. Let's twist this. I want you to twist to the right. Back to center, twist to the left. And center. Now, as you twist to the right with your torso, take your gaze to the left. Back to center. Twist to the left, gaze to the right. One more time each side. A little brain yoga here. And back to center. Unwind and let those arms come down. Meet me in table. And go through maybe 2 or 3 cat-cow here. And then come to a neutral spine as you inhale, shift forward. As you exhale, shift back. Forward and back. And then blend in your cat and cow. So from neutral, round the spine and then sit back. And then drop the forearms and scoop the heart forward, lifting into cow. Round the back, sit back in child's. Forward, lift into cow. One more each way. And back to neutral. Reach back with the right leg. Come onto the ball of the foot. Push back through the heel. Press down into the hands. Breathe, stretching the calf muscles on the right. Now lift the heel and feel the glute contract. So feel your butt on the right side contract. Now swing the leg over. You may have to look at the camera to see what I'm doing. It's kind of like a curtsy. I'm taking my right leg and swinging it over top of the left and then looking over my left shoulder. Getting a nice stretch in the right ribs. And unwind. And we'll take the second side. Reach back with the left. Come onto the ball of the foot. Push through the heel. Push down into the mat. Lift the left heel. Use your glute to lift. You'll use a little bit of the low back muscles too on the lumbar spine. So a tiny bit of a back bend here. Now swing the left foot across. Over top of the right shin and then look over right shoulder and then feel into the left ribs and see if you can stretch those ribs. I'm pushing my left hip back a bit and reaching forward with my left shoulder. Breathe. And unwind. And then come up onto your shins. You can tuck the toes or not. Why don't you bring arms forward? Let the palms face each other. Axial extension again. So reaching through the crown of the head. Bring the hands to touch. I'm going to slide my right hand up my left arm. Same time I'm reaching forward with the left arm. I'm coming into a twist, opening into a twist. Now take the right arm, circle above you like a little rainbow, and bring the hands back. Let's do the left side, drawing the left hand up and across the chest, open wide. Swoop that hand above you like a rainbow. Let's do one more of these each way. Keep breathing. Now bring the hands home to the heart. Come back onto the hands and knees. We're going to come to child's pose or happy puppy for our next yin pose. So I like a nice wide child's pose, big toes touching knees wide. And then sink back. If that doesn't work in your body, feel free to stay up on the knees and come down onto the forearms and hang. Find your shape and let's go. Melt into this. Becoming the witness again. Give your mind a job. Ask your mind to explore the entire body for sensation. Welcome everything you find. And as you notice areas of tension, of tightness, perhaps send the breath there, inhaling space into those places. And exhale, release. Let go. If the mind wanders, it will. Just smile and bring it back, either to its task of exploration, or maybe just breath awareness. "30 more seconds." The heart is facing the earth now. It's a good time to let go. All the clutter perhaps you're keeping in the heart, making space for prana, for chi. Receiving and releasing. And then gently press back into table. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. And when you arrive, of course, we move and find the spaces, find the stretches, find sensation, and then find stillness. Bend the knees a lot here. Shake your head, yes. And shake your head, no. Let the head hang. Bend your knees a lot. Walk the feet wide, left and right edges of the mat. And then slowly walk the hands to the feet. We're going to rise up in a nice bent knee forward fold. So I'm really supported. My belly's supported, ribs are supported, head is hanging. I've got my hands stacked, the palms are up. Feel the spine cascading, decompressing. But feel that yang action in the legs. Legs are working to hold me up. Now keep the knees bent, let the arms hang, let the head hang in a nice slow inhale, roll up. Round the spine as you roll up. And then as the spine rises up into neutral, pass through that axial extension and then right into a bit of a back bend. Let the arms hang back. So kind of like we did with the arms open wide. They're just hanging back there. You can even swing them a little bit to open the front chest. Come back to neutral. And just notice. Look down at the mat and we're going to walk a tightrope. Take a bunch of tiny little steps here to the top of your mat. Enjoy each one of these steps. Feel the sensation in the soles of the feet. And then arrive in mountain pose. Find your mountain. Picture the mountain. Crown of the head is the peak of the mountain. The feet, the base of the mountain. Open the shoulders. Inhale, swing your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Long spine, axial extension again. Exhale, fold. Pull the feet away from each other. Swing your arms out and up. And exhale, the hands home to the heart. Let's do a little balance here. And we'll hold for a bit as we come into the balance, but not for 2 minutes like we did to begin with. I'm going to bring you into a standing number 4. So I like to have my arms wide, shift the weight to the right foot, lift the left knee, and then cross left ankle past the right thigh. find your number 4. And then maybe you bring your hands to heart, folding forward a bit, coming into Temple Dancer. Let's hold this for 5 breaths. Noticing the yin qualities of this pose and noticing the yang. So even in stillness, feel the muscles working to keep us balanced, to keep us supported. One more breath here. And an inhale, back up, undo, come into staff, so knee up. And place the foot down, find your mountain, picture that mountain. Second side, shift your weight to your left. Lift your right knee, come into your number 4. And then decide where you want to be. Maybe standing a little more upright works for you. Maybe you can find Temple Dancer. 5 breaths here. Feel for the yang in this. Feel for the action. Two more. And then rise up. Whoa, back to staff and down. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Bring the hands to the mat and step back and plank. Drop your knees. Bring the hips back. We're going to move into child's pose and then right away round the spine. Ripple forward into a kneeling plank. Do a little yogi push-up. More than halfway down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Let's do 3 more. Reach with the spine. So feel the fluidity of the spine. And then a little push-up. 2 more. Last one. And come into your kneeling plank and do your push-up. And then come to the top of the push-up and drop the hips. Coming into Cobra, bend the elbows a bit. Gaze down the tip of the nose. And then melt all the way down, separating the legs, finding Crocodile. Stack the hands, rest the forehead, bend the knees, windshield wiper the shins, and then release and let go. Let's hold this one for a minute. So another Yin Pose. And see if you can explore the yin in this pose. Every exhale melts you a little deeper into stillness. Mind is still wandering around looking for sensation. And the exhale releases any tension, any little bit of yang that you're holding on to. 10 more seconds. And then come up into table. And find your way to a seated position. But keep the feet on the mat and the knees bent. Open, so kind of like we did earlier, really open through the front chest, and then bring the hands behind you. Really open here. Still extending through the axial spine. Let's come into a bit of a twist. We're gonna tick-tock the knees side to side, a little action here. Experience the twist. Deepen the twist. Now the next time the knees are pointed to the right, stay there and rise up on the right sit bone. A block can be good here, or a pillow. I'm up on my right sit bone, and sometimes it feels good to kind of adjust onto the sit bone. So lengthening axially and then folding forward into a modified pigeon. I want you to rest your forehead on something. Even if you stack your fists, we'll hold this. Let's hold this for 8 breaths. Softening into the hips. Four more. And then rising up, make sure your block's on the other side, and let's go the other way. Come up on the left sit bone. And then fold forward. Drape yourself over that thigh. 8 breaths here. And rise up. I'm going to change my orientation to you. I want you to come to your back. And let's roll clear over onto the right side. So my knees are stacked. My arms are stacked. You can even bring a block under the head here. Oh, my nose itches. Now remember when we were on our shins and I had you draw your left hand along the right arm. So I'm sliding that up and over. And then open the left arm out onto the floor. And breathe. Hold this for 5. Two more for me. Now we painted a rainbow, so let's bring that left arm above you and come back over. Let's switch sides. So I'm going to turn. So I'm looking at the camera here. But you don't have to do this. You can just flip to the other side. So I'm to the left now. Everything's stacked, hands and knees. Drawing the right arm over the left, opening that right arm out. Breathe. 5 breaths here. paint your rainbow with your right arm. And then stack the hips, stack the arms. If you're using a block, lose it. I'm going to open up onto my back, but the feet will stay together, soles of the feet together. So Supta Baddha Konasana, you'll probably have to adjust the hips. And then take the hands under the head, so the elbows and the knees are in the same shape. And take 5 breaths here. Soften your jaw. And release into a pose for Shavasana. And it doesn't have to be any particular pose. Find the place where you can let go completely. And notice the breath. And as we pause for a moment of stillness, I want you to ponder the inhale and the exhale. And think about yin and yang. I was just studying with an instructor, and this was Qigong, and they identified the inhale as being yin and the exhale as being yang. I would have said the opposite, but I don't know. Feel into it. What do you think? The inhale, a yin action or a yang action? What do you think? The energy of yin, the energy of yang, we need both. We need a balance. We also need to adjust throughout the day. Sometimes the situation would benefit from more yin, sometimes more yang. And reach through the whole body. Good morning, stretch. And draw the knees in, Apanasana. Curl inward, lift the nose. And then find your way to a seat. So I hope you enjoyed that, bringing kind of a close to the week, entering into the weekend. Very still out there right now, very gray. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw the hands to the heart. May you have peaceful thoughts, peaceful words, a peaceful heart, and a peaceful world. Namaste. I'll see you Monday morning, 7 a.m. Have a great weekend.